Also developing at this hour, we are officially on verdict watch in the trial of former Parkland school resource officer Scot Peterson. He's accused of not doing enough to protect the victims in the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School massacre. Local 10's Christina Vasquez joins us live from Fort Lauderdale with the latest from court. Christina.
And these charges stemming from those wounded and murdered on the third floor of the 1200 building at Marjory Stoneman Douglas, they include these felony counts of child neglect, which was what makes this case so unique, according to analysts. And now this historic first-of-a-kind approach by state prosecutors defining a school resource officer as a caregiver is in the hands of a jury.
What was expected was for Scot Peterson to value the lives of those children as much as he clearly valued his own.
Closing arguments in the trial of ex-Parkland school resource officer Scot Peterson, facing several charges to include felony child neglect after prosecutors said he failed to confront the shooter.
Help had refused to enter.
Hostile shots fired. 1200 building.
Those were the defendant's words.
We're talking about the 1200 building.
When Scot Peterson ran, he left children trapped inside of a building with a predator unchecked.
The state reminding jurors of the deputies and officers they met who did run into the 1200 building to try and stop the Parkland shooter and render aid.
Scot Peterson was the only caregiver because his only job was to maintain the welfare of those kids.
This notion of him being a caregiver is ludicrous.
Peterson's defense.
If he gets shot, he's of no use to anyone as the first responder to that scene. He needed to stay alive.
And he acts heroically by reporting what he knows.
So instead of thanking Scott for doing that,
We're prosecuting him.
Highlighting police radio communication issues.
if my client gets that information, he's in. We're done.
And witnesses who, like his client, he said, didn't know precisely where the shots were coming from.
He was sacrificed. He was thrown under the bus, and it continues right now.
And this is a 6-member jury, the judge in this case, sending these jurors to the jury room just after 4:30 this afternoon and saying that he will keep the court open and let them deliberate to at least 6 p.m. So stay tuned. Reporting live for you tonight, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.